Great. I mean, if any of you guys want to come off mute and just like ask me questions at any point, that's fine. Because what I'm going to do is, because I know some people couldn't make it to the open day, so I was going to do like a virtual open day and just talk a bit about the business. So we're so happy that we've moved because we've got like free time to space that we used to have. So which has allowed us to have a training room. So as part of that training room, we have now got this kind of thing here, which many people wouldn't get excited about, but I'm so sad that I do. Because it's allowed us to do manual handling training. So we're going to do that all in house instead of having our carers look at a boring screen. And I'm not going to lie, the guy who does the training is that boring. I nearly fell asleep to him. So it's not great, and that's why we want carers to like get involved and do it themselves. And we've got like these on the bed. We've got one of these, which is a normal, which we get up for bed, and then we've got these ones, which are our Wendy beds. The blue one you can put in and out at any point. But the Wendy leg is a bit like bottom sheet, but the one which is like silky here and here, so that you can slide the points, which we're really excited to have. Then yeah, we've got nobody uses Slack on in the day whatsoever. You got one of these? This is a banana board. So the aim of this is that you would put it on a chair or to get into your wheelchair. So it's sort of like a bridge. Hang on. That you can sort of fidget yourself onto the other surface. So we've got one of those. We do get legless at the office. So this is our leg, which we use to catheter training, how to put the leg bags on, and how to put surgical stockings on. So we do have a little test dummy.
Yasmin, we can't hear you so much when you're away from the computer. I think it might be facing. Sorry, I didn't want to.
No worries.
Take the laptop with you, maybe.
We've got the wheelchair and the other bits of equipment as well, which we're going to use for training. We've also got, so we're doing a massive event with a dementia club in Bidford, and we're doing it live via Zoom for our clients as well. So we've got all these lovely old-fashioned Rupert the Bear books, the old Winnie the Pooh books for a teddy bear's picnic, and sort of have a sort of memory talk about all the things we used to do. So that's pretty much our training room. The other stuff is just, around. So the whole point of us having this training room is we really want to have the best care out there. That's what we want. And we do this by having training that most care companies won't do as well. So we're looking into hairdresser training for our carers, so that not that they can cut hair, I think that'd be a bit too much, but they would know how to style somebody's hair, because not many people know the sort of styles for the older generation. And doing all sorts of things like that. We're also going to have staff learn how to make ready meals look like they've just come from a restaurant, because we can serve it up in a way that looks nice and it's not just a boring microwave meal on a plate to try and get people to eat more. So we're trying to do these different things. And in care, I think it's really great that we're able to do these things. So there are care companies that do the basics. And they come in, they do the call, see ya, bye. We're trying to really expand what domiciliary care normally does. So we do our takeaway nights. We have a really big one coming up. We're partnering up with McDonald's in September, which is great because they're actually going to give us some free desserts for our customers. And because one of our ladies loves the McDonald's fries, so we're doing it for her really. Which we'll see how that goes. It's going to be interesting. We might do the advert. We're not sure yet. And we're going to try some more Zoom events as well if it all goes well with this teddy bear picnic, and do fun events at night time for our clients when they're at home, because it can be a bit boring because TV is not the best at the moment. There's nothing really to watch. And when that's your only source of entertainment, it's really dull. We obviously do our library as well and audio books. We're taking someone to the Bullring this month with the train strikes. Ugh. So that's the only thing holding us back. But they've never been to the Bullring before, and they're quite a young person as well. And there's no reason why, just because you've got care, you can't go out and have these really amazing experiences. Like, as a care community, we should be able to offer all these things that we take for granted, like having a takeaway. Because most women I know aren't going to go onto Uber Eats and start ordering something. It's not going to happen. And hence why we started it up, so they could have that normality back. And yeah, and we're taking her to a festival. I mean, it's going to be great. So that's really what we're trying to do. Is we are trying to do outstanding. We're trying to give people more options in their care. We're going to actually do training for members of staff as well with dementia and medication, and get them to join in, because so many people have so many questions about what we do and why is that, what's that. We're going to offer them the chance to come in on our training and see what we do, to sort of open up that communication. And we've got this new app called Birdie as well. So Birdie's brilliant because you can access your family's care records anywhere around the world. So if you were worried about them and you're in Egypt because that's where you're on holiday, you can look at them and see, yeah, they're fine because this has happened, this has happened. So we're trying to make things a lot more relaxed for our clients' families. And we're going to have activity books now in every customer's house, which will have quizzes, word searches, board games, and all sorts in there. So anytime they've just got like 10 minutes spare and they want to do something, but there's nothing available, every client will be able to have one, and there's no reason why they can't access any of these things. Yeah, that's pretty much what we do. Has anyone got any questions about what we do? Yeah.
What's your favourite thing about what you do? I think it's really clear that you absolutely love what you do. What's your absolutely favourite thing about it?
It's really hard to narrow it down to one thing. Just making people happy. That's all it is. And like my Uncle John, he had care, and his care was really poor, really poor. I mean, they would come in, and they're like, right, we're 20 minutes late. It's a half an hour course. We'll stay here for 10 minutes. Don't work like that. If they've paid for half an hour, because he was a private payer as well, they need to be here for half an hour. It wasn't social services. And then if he fell on the floor, they're like, right, see ya. And they'd walk out the door, and my Auntie Barbara was stuck there with him on the floor, not knowing what to do. She was really fortunate in the fact that she lived right next to a gym, so she'd get these two like bodybuilder men to pick her off the floor and put her back in his chair. And the carers couldn't read or write English, so instead of using wet wipes, they tried to use floor cleaning wipes, which had bleach in. Hence why trying to build an environment where that never happens again in my care company is so important, and it's so that no one has to deal with those situations. Yeah, Tina?
That's great, Yasmin. It's really good to sort of see the diversity of everything you do and stuff. So that's really, really interesting. Is there anything in place generally for, it was fine with your uncle because, he had someone living with him, but people that live on their own, how do you, not necessarily you, because you're wanting to do things differently, but is there anything in place other than if people put up cameras to monitor the care?
So if they've got dementia, I think camera would be your best bet.
Yeah.
I think cameras is always going to be the way that you monitor it.
Is there ever a reason why someone wouldn't be allowed to put up a camera, or are people within their rights to have cameras?
They're within their rights. We cannot stop you. I mean, some carers like, I don't want to be watched because I don't know, it's just how they feel. However, we cannot stop you. You've got every single right to put a camera wherever you'd like. However, I would advise you don't put one in the bathroom or wherever you're getting dressed.
Yeah.
Just for your own personal dignity.
Definitely. Thank you. That's wonderful. We've got 20 seconds. Does anyone else have it? Oh, Ben.
Just really quickly, I just hats off to you. My carers use Birdie. I literally would love to pick your brains about your activity pack so I can get some ideas from that for my boxes. But yeah, I think it's amazing, and I totally get the whole language barrier. I did have a question, but we ain't got time. I just wanted to pick you up because just as you're speaking, the passion in your face as you're speaking it. I wish my carers would have that passion.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Fantastic. I'm sure many of us all have other questions that crop up, so we can always pop those in the group. Yasmin, as always, will be more than happy to answer and to help. So thank you.